Hey y'all, happy June 1st. It's your baby boomer, Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, and welcome to Create and Relate. I am sitting here crocheting a scrunchie right now, and I figure I'd hop on and say hello to everybody. The shawl should have been finished yesterday, and I was working on it fiercely. It really was. And the color scheme is like maroon, butter, and black. Maroon, butter, and black. So I'm doing a step down, like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I did maroon, yellow, and black. 10, 9, 8. And the next row was supposed to be 7 maroon. And I did 6 maroon. And then the next row was supposed to be 6 butter. And I did 5 butter. And the next row was supposed to be 5 black. And I got to row 4 in black. And I was like, wait a minute. 4, 3, 2, 1. It's supposed to end on maroon. I'm not understanding why this is not ending right. This is not looking right. I wasn't happy. So I went back and counted, and I was like, oh, are you serious right now? y'all. I had to take. And of course, as the shawl progresses, it gets bigger. So I had to take out 4 rows of black, 5 rows of yellow. And although 9 rows doesn't seem like a lot when you say it, compared to the fact that this shawl is going to be 55 rows long, or thereabout, when you're at the point where you're like more than 400 stitches per row, it gets a little, I won't say disheartening, but upsetting to say the least. But here again, I don't mind frogging anything. I don't. So, today's topic. I have been stuck on this series alone. And it's because I love working with my hands. I'm sorry, I've been doing a lot of the past couple of days. But it's because I enjoy working with my hands. Plus, I used to be a carpenter. And but I still got pretty hands. I looked at my hands and realized that my coconut oil was amiss. But I've been looking at this show, and I look at some of the little cute trinkets and things that they build, and I'm like, man, I could do that. Okay, let's be real. And I guess this is just a fantasy thought. And what I want you to do is tell me about your thoughts. I mean, what would you do in this situation? How would you change up the show? The name of the show is Alone, and it's basically a survival. It's of the survival series, but they put these people in the middle of God is the only person here country. They spaced them far enough apart that they don't run into each other. The first one started out with 10 contestants. And I think the closest one, or the closest two, were 4.4 miles apart. They were in Vancouver, in the rainforest, so they encounter all kinds of weather, basically flooding and torrential rainfall. But it was during the time of the year that it got cold, so it would get extremely cold. So they had to show their survival skills, and that's how you make it. And the person who lasted the longest got $500,000. Now they have these people out here with the understanding. Well, they have these people in the Arctic, and they're out here for 100 days. Whoever lasts to 100 days or the longest, whichever comes last, is the person that walks away with $1,000,000. These people get to choose 10 items. And when I say 10 items, it's, I think the first aid kit is a given. They give you these 2 cameras with all of these batteries, and because you're doing like a video diary. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But you're doing like a video diary as you go. And you get to pick 10 items. Well, people choose things like rope, fishing line, fishing hooks, axes, knives, saws. So I thought about it, and to me, I don't know. As I sit and look at it now, I don't know. I don't know. But it's like, would I prefer an axe or a saw? If I had one of these big, I forgot what they call those knives, but they're huge, and it's not a machete, but the blade comes out and then narrows off. I forgot what it's called, but it looks a lot like a, I think they call them katars. Anyway, that could be my axe. Find me a patch of small trees, or I mean, when I mean small tree, I mean thin, you know, that you can. And okay, back to the drawing board. First of all, if they were to make one for handicapped senior citizens, okay, I believe I could do that. And what I mean by that is not put us where there are predators. These babies have been to Patagonia, the Arctic, Vancouver, and everywhere they've been, there is a potential bear invasion. They encounter things like, okay, like this series, I'm in season 7 now. This man was surrounded by wolves. You know, and I'm not asking to take my scooter, but I think they had one where they had couples. You know, and I'm like, I would love to do something like that. I could build the log cabin if you gave me that guitar and a saw, and then give me fishing hooks. And based on most of the woods provide you with what you need, even down to twine or cord. I could fish. But my only thing is, I don't know if I could live off the land. And I think I would have to make the show conditional, because I understand you want to see if people can make it in the wilderness, but generally, most of the people I know that are over 60 are on a ton of meds. So they would have to have their meds with them, and they would have to have some type of nourishment to take with that medication. So I don't think you should take the fight away from them because they're in a different bracket of needs. I think being that they have a medic that comes out once a week, you know, if they were able to bring them like a little small food supply packet, you know, knowing that you can't live on this alone. This is just for you to take every morning before you take your medicine, or every morning and every evening. And it's just a little survival pouch, actually. You know, but everything else the person would have to do. I can fish. I have always wanted to go hunting. But I was too young for my grandfather to take me. He passed when I was 11. And my mother was extremely, extremely busy, and she never could take me. But growing up in the country and the worst thing I ever did was slaughtered a hog, and I was a little girl when I did that. I was a little girl, but that was when my grandfather was teaching me to shoot, and it was time for the slaughter to be. I mean, it was time for the hog to be slaughtered, and that's the only thing I've ever done. We don't we don't destroy animals or waste, or we like I said, growing up on the farm, when you slaughtered a hog, you ate everything from the rooter to the tutor. I mean, even hog head cheese and pig feet and pigtails and pig ears, chitlins, and the whole gamut. You partook of that animal. That animal helped you to sustain life. So I wouldn't want to take a gun with me, but I would want the person with me to be able to hunt. Like I said, I could do the fishing, but I would like for them to be able to do the foraging and the hunting per se. But I look at some of the cabins and stuff that these people make. Oh my God, they're gorgeous. Now, what I would do, I don't think they monitor or put any type of restrictions on the clothes that you carry. Y'all, my list of 10, I already told you it would be a guitar and a saw, right? I would crochet a shawl that was forever long, that probably wrapped around me like 2 or 3 times. I'd do a super, super, super chunky hat with like 4 or 5 strands of yarn, worsted weight at that. I would make a cape, a sweater. I mean, I'd be so packed, I'd look like. And one of my 10 items, I'd package it together would be crochet hooks, so I would have something to do while I'm there. Like I said, I don't mind frogging anything. I'd frog everything I had, and me and whoever went with me would have blankets. Oh Lord, yes, yes. I mean, they always drop these people off when it's like kind of chilly out. One time it was actually warm. When they went to Patagonia, it was actually warm when they first got there, but it got cold real quick. But I'm just saying, they drop these people off in warm. To me, it would probably be warm, because my ideal temperature is 55. And I could just see me now, once I got the little home establishment built, I'd be sitting on a cot somewhere. Oh yeah, I had to build chairs. That's fun to do. But anyway, I'd be sitting on the chair or sitting on my cot, going to town, crocheting, and wood. And I already sing every chance I get, so that would be my music. Making up songs, everything. The other thing I would have to take with me, would have to go as a unit, is notebook and a pack of pens, or a pack of pencils, or both. Just tape them to the inside of the book, and that's what I would use. Have to be at least a 5-subject notebook with a whole lot of pages. And all of that would go together in one pouch, and that would count as one item. So that's 4 items right there. The crochet hooks, of course. Well, you have to say all the little notions that go with it, because it would have to be a little pouch. I'd have to put everything in the pouch, and that would count as one, because it would be 3 sizes of crochet hooks. I would have to have my scissors, I'd have to have my yarn needles, I'd have to have my measuring tape. I don't really do stitch markers like talking about. As long as I got yarn to work with, I can use the yarn if it comes to that. But I'm so much of a counter, I usually don't need, so that would or would not be in there. Ooh. I'm sorry. But yeah, I can just see me now. You have to record everything you do, so kind of like YouTube, but just out in the wilderness. And I can see me now running to the camera to turn it on. I just be sitting there crocheting. La 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 la. Do 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 do. I can see me now or writing. And that's why I would have to have my notebook. It wouldn't necessarily be to record everything that I'm going through every day, but the fact that I am a poet and I am an author, I write. When I don't crochet, I write. When I don't write, I crochet. Well, somewhere in there I'm cleaning and self-caring and all that good stuff. But yes. So that would be 4 of my items. Well, fishing hooks would make 5. I don't know about and the sleeping bag would make 6. It'd have to be one of those plush flame retardant ones. I would probably carry a pot or a pan. If we're fortunate enough to be placed close to clay or mortar, we can make our own dishes. Just build a fire hot enough. But yes, I would love to build a fire pit, build a smoke pit, build a cache to keep the meats and even veggies that we foraged or hunted for. That would be so awesome. That would be so awesome. Oh yeah, and the tarp. I forgot the tarp. Because you already get the first aid kit. You already get the satellite phone. You already get the battery for the cameras that you have to walk around with. They give you a headlamp. Yeah, there's certain things that they already give you. So the biggest thing for me would be my notebook, my writing supplies, and my crochet supplies. I'm just saying. And bless Suray's heart. With her being in her RV, I'm pretty sure there's some things or some tricks that she could probably teach me. Speaking of which, her RV. So, I have an idea for something. I think what I want to do is make it first and then ask you all what you feel about it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I need to jot that down. Please forgive me. I need to jot that down. Okay, I did have a bottle of water. I had a bottle of water. But I'm using it to prop the phone up. So I'm looking at the bottle of water, looking for the bottle of water. Oh my goodness. See what happens when you turn 60, y'all. I'm telling you. Here we go. But yes, that's what I think I would like to do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump back on TV and finish looking at Hello. And then finish this crunchy while I'm looking at this episode. I've got approximately 30 minutes left in this episode. And then I'm going to jump back on the show. So you can see the show progress. Just think, I got way past this. I got way past this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is not, I know I said that I wanted to create a pattern for a shawl. This is not my creation. I got this from Crystal from Bag a Day. I was frustrating myself trying to create a pattern. And I was like, look, seriously, I just need something light and airy that I can do with the worsted weight that will keep this individual warm, but they'll have the present the facade that it's light and airy because my aunt gets cold. So I really wanted to make her something. She's from Florida. And even though I know that this event is going to be the first week of August, we're going to be in an air conditioned aquaplex. So the air conditioning coming off that water, the inside water at that, yeah, it tends to get a little cold. And even with us being on the second floor, because they give us the whole second floor. But like I said, it tends to get a little chilly. To me, it's fabulous. To my Aunt Doris, not so much. So I wanted to make one for my Aunt Doris. I wanted to make one for my daughter Nikki. I wanted to make one for my daughter Jen, one for my granddaughter Destiny, and one for myself. I also wanted to make one to auction away. So that was 6 different shawls. I either wanted to design one, create one, and make all 6 of them of my creation, just 2 of them in the medium worsted weight, number 4, and the rest of them in number 3. Please forgive me, but I don't know, putting myself under pressure, so feeling pressed to get it done, and knowing that Crystal makes beautiful, she creates beautiful shawls, and her tutorials, bless her heart, I either look at her tutorials one of 2 ways. The first way, I'm really into it, I figure out what the repeat is, and I go on about my business. The second way, listening to her, is like listening to your favorite kindergarten teacher read you a story. Her voice is so soothing, and it's like, she's not boring. She is not boring at all. She did one time where she created the shawl as she was doing the tutorial. Awesome. I made it to like the second row of that one. I mean, you have to understand, you all, I do suffer from sleep apnea. I do. I don't admit it a lot because I got so much other stuff going on. But yeah, she, once I got, if I sit down and sit still long enough, excuse me, I'm going to sleep. And then this yawning thing happens when I've slept too much. So it's like, if I do it, if I don't. I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to finish the scrunchie. I have a row and a half left of that. And then I'm going to jump back on this shawl with a vengeance. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. I promise you I'm going to get it done. Somebody else I like to hear do tutorials. Cinnamon. I guess because she reminds me of me. Right now her hair is purple, and I absolutely love it because purple is my favorite color. But she's just so real, and I find a lot of that in the crochet community. People are just so real, and I appreciate that so much. Kiera and Lisa, yeah, and Juan, and Nick, and oh my God, I forgot the other guy's name. Bless his heart. Not Mikey. I know Mikey's name. It escapes me right now, but excuse me. Yeah. I'm going to finish this. And if I finish it tonight before midnight, I am going to pop back on just to do a quick vid to show you that it is completed. It is done. And I might even model it. Me and all my thickness. Yes. With nothing on to match. But anyway. Yes. Yes, auntie. At any rate, know that you're created of love and light. Share your love and light. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Before you can love anybody else, you have to be able to love yourself. Never put yourself down. Never let anybody steal your joy. Never let anybody take away from you what was meant for you. And even when you feel yourself lost, heading towards that goal, heading towards that prize, push a little harder. Listen to me. I'll be the angel in the background that you need to get you through. I will push for you. Be happy. Love one another. Love yourself. Peace out.